It's not even digital gold. It's something completely new that humans have never had such a thing, which is a neutral way to save your money, and that promises very good long-term appreciation and allows you to save it. It's completely new to humans. So any analogy is always flawed. Digital gold is flawed because gold, that whole thing is like we're trying to make an analogy. It's not that. It's not digital energy. It's none of the thing. It's something completely new. It's trying to explain like what an airplane was to somebody before Wilbur Wright. Like men fly. No, that doesn't seem very possible. We have a currency that you can send anywhere in the world, and you can hold it yourself. As even quantum computers probably can't even break it. Like, how's that possible? Well, it is. It's just, it's something new that I didn't think it was possible like 20 years ago.
Bitcoin Zella stands out with its simplicity and clarity. We've crafted an experience that anyone can dive into, whether you're a crypto expert or just a new to the crypto world. Now, guess who keeps his eye on us? The author of best-selling book Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. And we want to take this opportunity and thank all the people who trusted us, and we read every comment. And the best part, it's free. Subscribing now means you will get all new information for free. Don't just follow the trends, stay ahead of them. Subscribe to Bitcoin Zella today and enjoy the new edge. In this video, Fred is a big advocate of the Bitcoin Power Law model. Fred thinks Bitcoin is going in 2025, an event that could send Bitcoin to $500,000 overnight. Why Bitcoin is going to smoke real estate and his updated thoughts on the Bitcoin Power Law.
I always think there's something, I call it Krueger's Law, which is the more successful you are in fiat, the more you're going to resist jumping over to Bitcoin.
So true. That's so true. Like people like
you find that people who are more into it are more like students, construction workers. Anybody who doesn't have that much to lose, they're like, here's the deal. It's 21 million coins. It's immutable. It's taken on, has this great track record. They're like, what am I missing? This thing is great. I love it.
So true.
But if you get a guy like Jason that's like, sitting on top of the world, for him to like make that pivot is extremely difficult. And really there's two problems with it, right? Problem number one, if he doesn't do it, right? If he, which he probably won't, right? He probably is not going to sell 50% of his fiat and buy Bitcoin, right? If he doesn't do it, and Bitcoin continues to do what it's been doing over the next 10 years, he's no longer going to be so significant. He's still going to be rich, but you know what? Like at the dinner party, they're going to be talking to, some other guy, who basically like, yeah, I've been, I did this. I sold a company. I sold a business. I sold a house. I put it all in Bitcoin in 2024. And now it's worth, $2 million a coin, right? Everybody will be like, that guy's the guy I want to talk to. Jason, okay, yeah, you invested in Uber 15 years ago. It's like, whatever. You're not really that interesting. And by the way, Uber is now replaced with Tesla Autopilot. So nobody cares. You know what I mean? So, I feel like, so that's one risk. The first risk is he won't be at the top of the heap if Bitcoin keeps doing what it's going to do. On the other hand, if he does put half of it into Bitcoin, what if Fred and all these other guys are wrong? What if this is just a complete Ponzi scheme? Well, then he's lost half of his money. So either way, he's completely, he went from being super secure to having two situations which are both really dangerous, right?
True.
There's no good way to, there's no good. So, what he can do is just put it like 2% of his money into Bitcoin. But even then, he's going to be obsolete relative to the guy who's put 100% in Bitcoin. That 2% is not going to save him. So the ultra rich who really have an existential problem, they will not be at the top of the heap unless they go max Bitcoin. That's the only way they're going to stay at the absolute top.
Hallie Welch, the influencer behind the viral Hawk Tuah video clip, has released a statement after a memecoin bearing her handle pumped and dumped quickly after its December launch. In a December 20X post, Welch said she was fully cooperating with lawyers who represented investors in the Hawk Tuah token. The crypto users filed a lawsuit against the project's creators and partners. Welch herself was not named as a defendant in the suit, alleging they engaged in the promotion and sale of an unregistered securities offering. On December 4, the Hawk token launched, rising to a market capitalization of roughly $500 million before quickly dropping by 90%, prompting many users to speculate it was a rug pull. Welch called on anyone affected to contact lawyers, adding she took the situation extremely seriously. Welch, who rose to internet fame after a June clip of her describing a sexual act went viral on TikTok, has parlayed the incident into her Hawk Tuah nickname and brand. Her likeness was used on the Hawk token, and she promoted the memecoin on social media. According to blockchain data, one wallet sniped Hawk tokens shortly after the project launched, purchasing roughly 18% of the memecoin supply and then selling it for more than $1 million in profit. Many of the memecoin's investors, however, reported massive losses after the price pumped and dumped. It's unclear whether Welch or the project's founders could face criminal or regulatory lawsuits in the United States as a result of the memecoin launch. Under Securities and Exchange Commission Chair Gary Gensler, the regulator has treated the majority of tokens as securities under its purview. However, the SEC is set to change hands to Republican control beginning in January.
True.
And Michael Saylor is about, I think he's probably going to end up, kind of being the next Elon Musk. Look, Elon, if you go back to 2018, right? Or right around there, even before 2015, 16, Elon was in trouble, right? Tesla, was sort of struggling, couldn't get financing, had to get bailed out by the government, all this stuff, right? Like SpaceX was, on a bunch of failed launches and stuff. So, in a decade, Elon went from kind of this struggling kind of startup guy to the richest guy in the world. Now, what happens to Saylor in the next decade? I don't know. Could be the next, he'll be the next Jamie Dimon. Probably before 10 years, but you know what I mean?
True.
So I think things can change pretty good. And, if you're at that top of the pecking order, the only thing that matters is how many people are above you, right?
Another publicly traded company has joined the growing ranks of firms incorporating cryptocurrencies into their treasury strategies. On December 20, biopharmaceutical company Quantum Biopharma disclosed the purchase of $1 million worth of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. The company's shares on the Nasdaq were down nearly 10% following the announcement. Quantum Biopharma is also listed on the Canadian Securities Exchange and on the Frankfurt Stock Exchange. The company offers biotech solutions for the treatment of a variety of disorders, including neurodegenerative diseases, metabolic syndromes, and alcohol misuse disorders. The company is now set up to receive financing in cryptocurrencies as well as executing other types of transactions in cryptocurrencies. Quantum said in the statement, without disclosing the tokens compounding its crypto portfolio. An increasing number of non-crypto businesses are turning to cryptocurrencies to diversify their assets and hedge against inflation. The latest U.S. Consumer Price Index data indicates that inflation rose by 2.7% year-over-year in November 2024, up from 2.6% in October, aligning with market expectations. On a monthly basis, the CPI increased by 0.3% in November, marking the most significant rise in 7 months. In November, the wellness and plant-based e-commerce, Jiva Technologies, approved a plan to invest up to $1 million in BTC, citing its potential as an inflation-resistant store of value. And do not forget to subscribe to Bitcoin Zella. The most important news will reach your inbox on a daily basis and for free. I do not know why you have not subscribed yet. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more daily updates. Remember, knowledge is power, and we're here to empower you on your financial journey. Until next time, happy investing.